titans in the industry. Virtus.pro and Fnatic are going to go head-to-head for a third-time round here in the decider game. Who will join Vici Gaming in the grand finals of the CORSAIr DreamLeague Season 11? The Stockholm Major draft is on the way. Fnatic, Radiant, Virtus.pro, Dire. First couple of bans are out. Gentlemen, what do we want to see this game?
I want to see Chen again.
Again?
We saw it winning, and it just offers so much. Well, it's not going to get banned either, it looks like.
They banned the puck this time. So since they have first pick, they want to get this Pango. It's going to get banned out.
So big question is...
Oracle is still here?
Yep.
Yeah, there you go. No Nyx. Pretty much means Oracle. We always see one or the other every time one of those makes out.
Yeah, I think it's going to be Oracle.
There you go.
And the Doom is also available if we want to go back for that. It had not the greatest success yesterday, but it did fine.
Fine.
Fine. Picking up the team fight already. Okay.
Hey man, might as well secure it now. Puts a lot of limits on what Fnatic might be able to do in their kind of style. And there's another deny.
They're taking the enemy heroes. Very smart.
That is definitely nice. And the Brewmaster is always really nice to play versus Oracle. You can always find that Oracle in the back with your split. Well, it didn't have that success the first game, though.
Again, yeah, just at the spell as well, being really good against Oracle.
Yeah.
So just overall, super well good here. Just right now, they have, again, the problem they had first game, a little bit too long cooldown, so they need to be careful about that.
Strong lanes, though, already, with Brew and Shadow Shaman. It's a good combo they can run.
Let's see if Fnatic want to pick up their carry. They've done it a few times now, in the first two.
Yeah, they did the PA versus the Brew the last time, so... But this time it is versus a Shadow Shaman, so that lane might be a little bit harder, but I think they might do it anyway.
You can't not pick Chen here, right? So yeah, pick up the PA again.
Let's do it again. Because then it's the same situation as last time, right? Now, it's like, now you should probably ban the Magnus after what you saw last time.
Yeah, and you have to ban Spectre again, probably, because I'm pretty sure VP would pick that.
Yeah.
And Chen as well is kind of, I feel like, would be really good with this lineup. Just recalling Brewmaster to a team fight when it's split pushing, because you don't really want to gank a Brewmaster, so it's just split pushing, and you can just recall him into your lane and just take a good team fight. So getting rid of Spectre Chen right now seems like it would be a good plan.
Spectre Chen, or I was thinking maybe Spectre Terrorblade. But maybe they get rid of the TB, because it can be annoying when they have this type of thing, but no, they go Chen.
An Oracle PA opening surely is a little bit predictable here, right? I kind of feel like this is something that that Arseek especially would have prepared for in his drafting plan.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right on that. Very meta picks and very easy to kind of plan your way around there. And I think they're doing a pretty good job of it already, Sheaves, with the Brewmaster answer. So,
for sure. The Mag indeed banned, Chen banned.
Yep.
What would Solo play? He's gonna play a simple Bane maybe this game.
10 seconds remaining.
To grab the PA when he jumps in.
5 seconds.
That's one way to deal with it. I like your more traditional saves, though. I think the Shadow Demon was a good one. You know, even an Outworld could come in.
It is good against Oracle.
All right, Spectre going to be banned out this time. Don't want to ever deal with that one again as Fnatic, and I can certainly see why. And that hero is in such a cool place right now, where it's just like in this limbo of, can we actually pressure it enough to stop that mid to late game? And too many questions.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to get pressured much. I saw when what LGD was playing it, like Ame, he was going like Soul Ring, and they were trying so hard to pressure him. He's just farming with Dagger constantly. It was definitely more approaches we've been seeing to this Spectre.
Yep. Nerf that one, Ice Frog, please.
A Spectre nerf?
She's just gotten picked for a few games now, and she's gonna get nerfed already.
Listen, I've been a support player my whole life. I hate Spectres. Can't stand.
How about a change so that she is able to fight more early game? That would be fun.
What if we change her into a man?
Turn to pick.
I hate her. Anyway, Timber's not banned out. Makes perfect sense. Cannot let that Ice Timber ever appear in this series, and they have committed all 3 games to banning that boy out.
I think especially when you have Oracle, you want to take this out, because they would just, if Oracle ults Timber Saw, you're not killing this Timber. You already have your, if you have reactive armor stacks and that regen built up, Oracle's gonna save him pretty much.
You gotta have some fast heroes now. So if you take up Terrorblade, you're gonna have that problem again with the long cooldowns. You gotta have some fast heroes now.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it
something
wasn't
standard like troll or like whatever, something like this.
Have we gone all the way back there to the beginning of DreamLeague where every game is PA versus troll? Have we fallen so far?
Could it be? Speaking, by the way, of heroes we have seen a lot, Disruptor is still available. I feel like these position 5s are super important. Obviously, we already have an Oracle on the side of Fnatic. But Virtus Pro, I mean, the CIS Disruptor is, you know, is where it all began.
Indeed, the DreamLeague Classic. But we usually see that hero get picked up kind of mid because there's are really good ways to get around that hero. Just running straight at him. And as we see right now with the PA.
Bane.
Big target.
Disruptor.
So there you go.
There you go, Sheev.
Good pick.
Gives him more catch. Good versus Oracle. And yeah, like you said, special for them. More team fight as well. They've got, I mean, crazy amount of team fight in comparison to Fnatic. This one's not that long of a cooldown. It's like 70 seconds. 70 or 80.
Yeah, and early usually you just want to run away from Brewmaster ult, which Disruptor will help out, making that happen. So insane catch right now on the side of VP. Looking pretty good.
High magic damage too on their lineup. All three of them actually provide a good amount of burst versus PA. Oh!
Hey.
New hero.
Yes.
Okay.
So we've actually seen Virtus Pro play it once on Roger, and obviously we saw Crit play it earlier on in the week as well. But for Fnatic, this is first this tournament.
I've seen a lot of, like, she does so much damage on position 4. If she gets that farm, she can be super scary. And if she gets level 3 ult, the amount of damage she can do, like, you can't underestimate that. And just the buff to her mace is super powerful, and her ultimate could be super good here as well.
Yeah, it gives him that disengage factor. It's interesting. Huh.
I like it a lot. It provides a lot of lockdown so the PA can actually go out and get things done, but also at the same time, chaos in team fights. As you guys talked about, huge amount of team fight coming out from VP, and that could be used really well together. Willow being able to break that up a little bit, cause a little bit of problems there, is certainly a utility for Fnatic.
I mean, it's very intriguing. I mean, we haven't seen this hero at all. I mean, well, almost at all. It's been very few, so it's definitely interesting to see them pick it in this situation when they could.
Yep. But here's one of the problems, though, is somebody like a Juggernaut or a Lifestealer. Those inbuilt BKBs just being able to bypass all that chaos that could happen in team fights.
But Willow, they have an idea here. They have something.
Speaking of chaos.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Chaos?
All right. The one thing about Willow, though, is you can snipe the healing ward. With your
I'm not a huge fan of the Juggernaut here, because one thing I always look at that hero is how will the ult perform, and all these heroes are just so powerful.
Yeah, and you can't actually Omni PA too much, right?
Yeah,
PA just clicks blur.
Dark Willow can just W, and Chaos Knight, he will obviously have illusions.
Yeah.
So you're not going to get too much of that ultimate this game.
CK versus Brewmaster, though. Brew just clicks Dispel, and those phantasms are gone.
Yeah, you need to get just get the heart on the Chaos Knight. You're gonna have so much health, but the cooldown on Brewmaster Dispel is pretty short.
Yeah. It does cost a lot of mana, though. That's the one thing, right?
Yeah. Now, we see that a lot of times where Chaos Knight just gets a heart at 25 minutes or something, like 3.6k health. So you can't dispel those illusions.
Yeah.
However, this is looking a lot like the first game that Fnatic was able to win. They have the ability to just jump on someone and absolutely delete them, not only with Phantom Assassin, but also with Chaos Knight.
And they're playing with like no cooldowns.
Yeah.
Phantasm is their long cooldown, but CK can be played around it pretty nicely now because of the changes that he's gotten.
I mean, granted, VP's draft is better that they aren't focused around those cooldowns. Of course, Juggernaut a great mid-game and early-game carry to kind of dance with that a little bit. But as far as I can see it, Fnatic, that is just so much damage coming out. It could be cleanup duty. That Brewmaster has to play really well this game.
It's all about just getting in the face of the Disruptor, right? Whenever you're playing versus that hero, you want to be like just making those moves, making sure that you're not the ones getting glimpsed constantly.
The offlane, both the offlane look really strong in the lane. Like Dark Willow, Chaos Knight, Juggernaut is not gonna like that for sure.
Yeah.
Brewmaster Shadow Shaman also should win their lane. The safe lane carries are gonna struggle a little bit here. Last picks now. What does Abed want? We've not seen any Meepo recently. Wouldn't be the greatest game here, I guess. It needs a lot of spells. I wouldn't mind seeing. Ooh, here we go. Alina.
Huh.
I mean, they have some idea going into this game for sure. I mean, these picks are very different.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the idea is insta-kill literally anyone you come across.
Yep.
I mean, look at this. Lina burst, PA burst, Chaos burst, Willow. That's crazy.
Lina's also going to give you a Yule's carrier versus the Brewmaster, so the initiations on Brew should be a little bit harder.
Yeah, and she's also, since you have to pick mid first, you don't want to, you need to pick a hero that doesn't lose a lane terribly, and Lina, she'll do fight in any matchup mostly.
Hell yeah.
Hoping to see that. Versus Dragon Knight matchup. It's been a while.
This looks like, I mean, VP wants to group up and go. Shadow Shaman, Brew, and DK.
I like it. That's a thick boy. He can survive that assault for a little bit.
All right, guys. What are we thinking here for game number 3? Who will join VG Gaming in the grand finals?
Flax?
Let's see. Dragon Knight, we have seen him do really well against these kind of bursty lineups. They try to go on him, he sustains, and they fight back. However, all they got on that sustain is Healing Ward right now, and I love Fnatic's draft with their playstyle. I gotta go for Fnatic on this one. It's gonna be a murder fest.
I'm gonna go VP. I actually like their sustain. They have team fight. I think they can actually get the ball rolling. They can control the team fight with the Shadow Shaman and the Brewmaster, so I'm gonna go them.
I'm also have to go with VP. I'm feeling the Brewmaster pick again with just a spell. It's gonna be super powerful here, so if Pasha is gonna have a good game, he's gonna just carry his team like he's done a few times this tournament, so let's go Pasha.
All right, I'm going for Fnatic this one because I think they can play very fast, and we have seen Fnatic do very well when they can play fast. It is going to be a very exciting match regardless of who you favor here, though. Of course, make sure you're putting your MVP vote in the chat. And of course, next it, Stockholm. Are you ready for this game number 3? Let's head over to Moxie and Lizard.
Game number 3, hype! Are you excited, Lizard?
I'm so excited, honestly. And game number 3, VP versus Fnatic in this lower bracket finals. These two drafts, Fnatic, they're pulling something different out. Like the PA is honestly the same hero that they've picked 3 times now in a row. They haven't really picked a lot of her before. However, in this series, they're relying on that PA and Alina to be that firepower that they need to take down these beefy boys of VP, but is it gonna be enough? Versus the DK, versus the Panda, versus the Jug with the Healing Ward, versus the Rasta Wards. Oh my god, I wanna continue this. They have an amazing team fight and pushing strategy going on the side of VP.
I can't wait to see what's going to happen with this Fnatic draft, though, because we've been seeing, you know, every once in a while we see these very unique drafts, right? We saw the 5-core draft coming out from Virtus Pro before, and now today with Fnatic, you know, we're seeing some heroes that we don't normally see. You've got the Chaos Knight, you've got the Dark Willow, that Lina, which used to be super popular. It wasn't picked up in some of these games now, but here it is, and it's a lot of stuff to kind of fight through. We get the Dragon Knight, too. Very early aggression.
So with that Lina, they do have the burst that's necessary to take down, let's say, a Panda in 1 stun, or even the Dragon Knight if he does overcommit or go over his boundaries, right? That CK, as they called it on panel, though, he suffers a little bit versus the Brewmaster. Bulldog said it, just build a heart, but just build a heart.
Yeah, that's typical. That's typical Bulldog.
Just go build a heart.
Build a heart.
Build
I don't
a heart.
see what the problem is.
Find it somehow.
Roger and Jab's gonna go for that rune.
And
Roger grabbing it up.
2 each this time around. I think the laning stage is very important for Fnatic. They started as 3 on this bottom lane, and I can understand that they should pressure Pasha a little bit. However, if they leave CK alone on that off lane, how much is he going to be able to get versus the Disruptor and the Jug? But they're just going to zone him out of that lane. So it is going to be a little bit problematic. However, Roger, seeing the trial lane, instantly adapts. He's going to creep skip there, but at the same time, Dark Willow rotates top. Dark Willow, not really a hero that we've seen played a lot. VP, they have picked it. Fnatic can use that hero, obviously, as well. DJ is a versatile player. And Dark Willow did get buffed. Like, the cooldown on Bramble Maze is much shorter than it used to be. And these two heroes, with Brambles, with the stuns, with the Reality Rifts, they can take down the Disruptor or even the Jug if you use this spin.
And that's the problem, too, when you've got this Chaos Knight. He needs to be able to hit these creeps. He's not one of those heroes that's able to go off into the jungle and recover very quickly. So having the Dark Willow make that rotation to the top lane, going to be able to put out some more harass and also secure that farm. Although, looks like Roger has made this rotation as well, as they're going to try to just put some pressure on him. Top lane, Ramsey sitting very low.
Nice. With the crits, you also heal right now, so because of that, this hero came back into the meta. Actually, in the DreamLeague qualifier, CK was picked on the offlane quite a lot, as you could trade hits fairly well. Once you hit that level 3, you take level 2 in the crit, you just heal yourself up all the time, and there are rarely... I actually don't think there are any carries that can sustain versus you.
Pasha just going to drag these creeps back here, taking a lot of harass from the Phantom Assassin, but...
He's just gonna link this creep wave with the next one coming in, and then he might port out, he might take the creep wave completely back. When you're taking it back like he's doing right now, it is a little bit problematic, as jabs with that Oracle can interrupt it, perhaps even pull it to a nearby camp.
This is just the very long choo-choo train led by Pasha right now.
It always feels bad for a support, because if you don't have any disable, jabs does have purge, but it's not enough. It just feels he wants to purge the VD. Yeah. At least he makes use of that rotation towards mid. He couldn't stop Roger and Pasha from doing what they were doing, but at least he got the DD away from no one on mid.
That's one thing that I do like about Fnatic, is it seems every time that they make movements, they're able to get not just one thing done, but usually, you know, one other. So, for example, trying to stop Pasha. Although top bottom, Jabs is going to be first blood. Roger is going to make it out, and he gets healed up by those purifying flames because there's nothing to purge him off.
Yeah, you definitely said it in that last game as well. Fnatic, when they're making these movements, they're thinking ahead, right? Not one, but 2 steps ahead. They're thinking about what's coming next, where to position their fights, what to do afterwards. And Jabs there, his initial thought was, all right, let's disrupt Pasha from doing what he's doing, but then he sees the DD, he helps out mid too, so they adapt very well.
That's very, very important when you're playing Dota. It's all about efficiency and being able to adapt. But DJ throws down the Bramble Maze. They've got the spin on Ramses, though. They have the... it's not going to matter. Oh, nope. That spin's going to wear off. Shadow Realm trying to run himself away. Gets the attention of the creeps, hoping to maybe get that denial. And he's just not going to be able to do it fast enough. Ramses finds the kill on DJ.
Basically, in that situation, you're right-clicking the jug as much as possible so that you aggro the creeps back onto you, as you're the one running away and he's the one right-clicking you. And it doesn't matter if they are neutrals, they're still gonna aggro the hero right-clicking another hero, which is a little bit interesting of a mechanic. It's similar across the map. Like if you are right here, like on the safe lane, and you right-click a hero on the top lane, the creeps are gonna still aggro and chase you. So you can use that in your pubs to perhaps win some MMR. You never know.
Hey, anything that helps you get some MMR is always good advice. Roger, dagger, jump forward, has that ether shock. Pasha will rotate, take some of this off. We'll hold them down though with that root. They just need a little bit more damage, but they have the shackles on this PA. There'll be the burst coming out from Purifying Flames. One more hit will do the
got him.
MP now has to just get himself away from Pasha. Looks like it won't be a problem.
If you are Roger right there, you're not a happy little camper whatsoever. You want to be putting pressure on the Oracle and on the PA. You don't really want to be feeding. You don't really want to be dying on this aggressive dual lane.
Lena just got a haste. Yeah, and comes Abed zooming over. There's going to be the root to have the Light Strike Array, and they should be able to take out Pasha.
At the same time, Roger, he might fall.
Oh. Wait, what's happening? Okay.
Roger?
Can we look?
Roger, bye Roger.
Yeah, okay,
we love you, Roger.
Bye, Roger. Just the wrong place, wrong time, my friend.
He didn't buy back. He respawned, he ported bottom, he went and took his own bounty, but he wasn't fast enough to snatch that bounty away from Lina. Abed was hasted, obviously, so he killed the Panda and Roger in the end.
A good use of the action rune there.
At the same time, I believe there's a form used on mid, and yeah, with that catapult, he's basically looking to pressure this tower for as much as possible. They have to be careful about the way they play it. As you can see, there's Oracle nearby. Okay, he's going away. So they will not... If Oracle goes here, you can expect another port to try and kill off no one. But there is Rasta as well.
He's so tanky though, it's pretty difficult to take him out.
It's difficult, but if he overcommits, it's definitely possible. It's all about this Dragonite, honestly, for VP right now. Pasha, he's having a stable lane, it's alright. They have died once, but it's not the biggest deal. They're getting levels. I believe it's very important that no one does not die on mid and that he pressures this tier 1 and takes it as fast as possible.
Jebs wants to purge off that rune.
Again.
No more double damage for you. Light Striker A gonna get used.
Actually, there is Dark Willow that ported mid.
But Ice, he's getting run down now, and Roger making this rotation will hold him into place with the shackles, and one more hit. Oh, Ice. Still,
They got
we'll
him.
find the kill with the Ether
Still.
Shock. Middle lane. Oh, that's no one taken down. Glimpse back though coming out from Solo.
That's
They'll
not.
They'll
That's
heal
not the kill,
up the
Solo.
Lina. They've got the Light
Solo?
Striker A. Can they get this kill? They need a little bit more damage. Abed uses Dragon Slave. He's very low, 18 hit points, and he makes it out.
All right, so yeah, we saw Ice dying, but I think what was
Roger.
more.
Oh, DJ uses the Shadow Realm. They're gonna try to hold Roger into place. Can he get away fast enough? Yeah.
He needs to be. Yeah, he needs to get out. They have the shrine.
They're both
there.
super low.
They're
too,
waiting
though.
for Lina, basically. That's why they're not using shrine. Yeah, with the Lina, they're gonna use the shrine. All three of them, excellent usage of this shrine, super efficient. And
Pasha. MP. Miss. Oh, right to the Oracle. Just casually tries to body block MP.
I think this isn't great. Even though they did take down that Ice in the last few minutes on top lane, they lost Dragonite on mid, and at the same time they lost the Panda on the bottom lane.
Oh, they want this kill. They'll hold him in place. Ice. Just tanking that Omni Slash. Ramses gets the spin off. Ice will fall. Bramble Maze gets dropped down by DJ.
An additional kill on the Ice is definitely good for them.
Abed?
But this kill on
Abed,
mid,
Dragon
however,
Tail solo with this rotation. Gonna grab that haste room. No haste room for you, Abed, as he tries to get into the Roche pit. He's got a fairy fire, but
I love how Solo didn't even try to right-click him.
that's
He's such a
good
bro,
support.
yeah, such a
It's like,
position
let me body
fight.
block him.
Body blocked him just so the Dragonite gets the kill, gets the last hit. And with that Dragon form and with Lina dead, they're gonna pressure that tier 1. It's very important for Virtus.pro's strategy to take down this tier 1 on mid so that Dragonite has a freer time rotating across the map. It's basic Dragonite Dota. You get those 2 bracers, power shreds, and you just try and take down as many objectives as possible early on. Is it super exciting? Is it flashy? No, not really. But it gets the job done.
Solo is gonna get held in place. They have the damage. They need to get a little bit more. They're not gonna find it now. Ice. He might actually get taken down again. Trying to find this kill onto Solo. Has the Chaos Bolt. Is he gonna get it? No!
With that crit, they get the kill on Ice once again, and with these shackles, can they actually take down DJ? It's
No one
very
making this
unlikely.
rotation. Jabs is nearby.
No one rotated top, still didn't take down that tier 1. Kind of wasted a little bit of his time actually rotating towards DJ.
We do have the split up and running now on Pasha. MP has to be a little bit careful.
Yeah, you could see the ping coming out instantly. He's like, if this guy splits, please, Oracle, port in, save me, anyone else.
Well, did he TP top though? Did Jebs just was top.
Yep.
I don't know if they had that.
Anyone can basically
That's true.
come in.
For the love of
Yeah.
God, somebody come save me.
Pretty much.
Save me from these pandas.
Oh, we see the Dragonite going for that Radiance. I actually expected Panda to be going for Radiance this game because of CK, because of the illusions, and because of PA. It helps out a lot if she's missing a couple of those hits. However, on Dragonite, it's good. No one really likes this item. He's been building it on Razor as well. As long as it fits the game. Basically, that's what he does. He adapts to the game with his item build. Perhaps it's not the best, most common build on Dragonite, but in this game I can see it working.
Feels like they wanted to get the jump over on the Brewmaster because you saw, the Lina making that rotation with the Dark Willow, but he's got level 6 now. It's going to be really hard to gank him. Can they burst him down fast enough, do you think, with the Laguna, if everything's online?
With Laguna, perhaps, and with Ice stun. I believe that might be the way of killing him, but without that, it's very hard to burst him down, unless you get him low enough.
Oh, the split. They started to roll up with that terrorized Laguna Parade, though, comes down, they'll go and they'll hold her into place and then just obliterate Abed.
They're gonna chase for more.
They're still looking for the Oracle. Cyclone, throwing him up in the air. Gonna wait. No one's coming to help Jabs. Jabs, he's trying. They try to get the Terrorize off. Will get it. Pushing them back. And the jump in coming out from MP. They know there's no longer a split on this Panda. They'll go. They'll use the Cursed Crown. They've got the Bedlam. Pasha will fall.
Yeah, at the same time, Ramses just bails. He's like, you're on your own, dude. I can't really help you. You're next to a shrine. They have all their spells. You're just gonna fall. So they trade Pasha and Disruptor for the Lina. I think you're fine with that if you're a VP. You're delaying that Lina's use even further, so it's all right. You did use the split though.
Is that a sign for Fnatic to try to make more movement across the map, knowing that Panda splits down?
I'm just waiting to see if he's going to finish that. Oh, all right, he finished the power threads on CK. And perhaps the CK is tanky enough, like you said, to go and help him out, to go and do some movements with him. Right here, right now.
Yeah, the Phantasm, he's looking. Will go, drag Roger back, throw out the Chaos Bolt, but in comes Dragon Knight. No one doesn't have that Dragon form any longer. Curse Crown did get thrown out on him. It looks like they just want to go and get themselves out of this situation because there's a lot of heroes for the side of VP right now. Kinetic Field coming out. Oh, Lina gets caught, but they're trying to keep her alive. They've got the shackles. It doesn't matter. They'll take her down. MP TP's into a lot of the heroes here. He needs to run away. This is not the fight for Fnatic right now. It definitely is the fight for VP, though. They're still hunting. They're looking at jabs. They'd like to take it. They get the root off. We'll slow him down, though. He's going to try to buy some more time with that Fate's Edict. They'll throw out a casual dagger.
For solo, is there a glimpse on PA? That would be huge. Actually, 3 seconds away.
Look
They need the vision.
They need the vision. They can't find it though.
Can they though? There we go.
There it is, right back into the static storm in the cage. The spin comes out. There's just too many heroes. We'll lose MP.
This hyper aggression for Virtus.pro is what we used to be seeing from them earlier, and they're just crushing Fnatic at the moment. They're just running at them. They don't even have their spells. Dragon form is out. Panda split is not there. Omni slash has been used. They don't care. They're just gonna run you down because they're so beefy and tanky. Look at these beasts.
Well, they had a great time too. The top lane, they took down Ice, what, 3 different times? You've got, you know, a DK who's very, very strong early. Didn't even have the Dragon form like you mentioned, but this is just a hyper-aggressive draft coming out from VP this time around.
And
still an aggressive draft from Fnatic, but, you know, when you have this Chaos Knight struggling, it's not going to feel as good.
I think that you hit the nail on the head there. Chaos Knight, he got attacked. He used his split, but in a very defensive manner. They used the ultimate of Chaos Knight and then just ran with all the illusions and the hero. And that ultimate is very, like, has a very long cooldown, so it's not that simple to just throw it like the way he did.
Bottom tower is under attack.
They spot out DJ here. Do finish the Aether Lens on the Shadow Shaman, which will be very helpful in a lot of these fights, trying to keep his distance, being able to get that lockdown.
Yeah, suddenly you're shackling people from the fog. They can't even see you, they're shackled. It's horrible to play versus a Rasta with...
Oh, here he is. Oh, Asha just winding up.
There you go. From the fog, the shackles are there. The CK is caught.
Primal Split gets used. They're going to chase down Ice. And where are we? Okay,
where
Roger.
What's happening?
The TP comes out from Ramses. He wants a piece of this. The glimpse back into the cage.
He split.
Get it though.
He dodged it to the split. Ice
and Ice is actually going to be able to TP out. Do they have it? No, he's out.
What the god? Using that, honestly, yeah, he didn't die, but then again, you do use that split in a very bad way. As now you're not going to have those 4 horsemen with you, right, for the next fight. Oh.
So what's the plan right now for Fnatic, right? Because, again, they just used that split. They didn't want to use it defensively. They ended up doing it, though. And they need a little bit more time on a lot of these heroes.
Yeah.
Look at this. VP's not going to give them any time. They want that blood. They're making this rotation. They want these runes. We'll be able to grab a Dark Willow, having to TP herself out.
So far, Fnatic, they are using their big ultimates, but at the same time, they are kind of surviving this aggression. So if you are on the side of Fnatic, I think just farm, just get a couple of items that are necessary to fight against VP, because your heroes, like, they're a bit behind, right? So they need these crucial items on the Lina, on the PA, in order to fight VP. But honestly, I don't think they need only 1 or 2 items. They need a lot. They just don't have the firepower that's needed. No damage right now.
Just like that bottom tower gets taken down. They did use the Dragon form for this. They still have Rasta wards, though. Not sure if they're just going to keep on going. Yeah, Jabs is just like, please don't look at the trees. For the love of God. We should be fine, though. They've got no idea that he's there.
They shouldn't look there. Hopefully for him they won't. And they do have that Dragon form. They don't have the ulti of Panda. They have wards. If they wanted, yeah, there we go. The wards are planted and they're just going to take down this tier 2 as well.
They lose their tier 1 top, but I think you're okay with that when you've got this tier 2 down here.
Oh, most likely. Not most likely.
They're not
100%. 100%. That tier 1 on top falls eventually anyway. It's not really your tower any longer. You just have to let it fall at some point. So trading it for this tier 2 on bottom lane is really good for VP. Fnatic, they have to be...
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
They're struggling right now. This Panda, it just looks like Pasha is doing more than Ice is. However, no one is caught here.
They have a split.
Bottom tower is under attack.
They use the split. Yeah, this is good for Fnatic. That's a small victory for them for sure. You force them to use that primal split. Now perhaps you can wait it out and just fight afterwards. This might be their opportunity. Atos on Chaos Knight though.
I mean, Atos is a really strong item. The fact that it's you can cast it from so far.
On a Chaos Knight though. And do they... I guess they need some more catch, but... Some of these heroes, they don't truly care. Like, you use that Atos on Jack, you can just spin out, he's gonna have that Manta soon. Another way of dealing with the spin.
Well, we'll see. Again, this is not the typical draft that we've been seeing during this tournament, so to see some different style of Dota here.
Yeah. This is definitely not the place that you want to be in as Alina. However, he has that use, but besides that, he has made 0 moves. All the moves have been made on the Lina so far. And you just want to be making kills. You want to have that at least like a Shadow Blade or something similar to be getting pick-offs, to be killing these supports off, to be even killing off Pasha before he uses his ult. But it's going to be very difficult, and that relic is completed with 1000 gold on Dragonite. He's going to have that Radiance soon. Midas, all right.
Midas.
No, Atos, none of that. Does he hear us? No,
I hope he doesn't hear us, then we have a big problem.
In any case, Midas...
That didn't sound like a very happy sound, though.
I'm happier, a little bit happier that he didn't go for Atos.
Okay.
But at the same time, the Midas does not look like a great answer either, as it's going to allow him to scale, but eventually your scaling doesn't really matter as you're playing versus a Panda. He's still going to just dispel your illusions, and you're not really going to be super effective in these fights.
And it just, VP is not giving them any breathing room right now. They're really just being very aggressive. Look at them, they go right into the Roche Pit, they use those wards, they want to just get an Aegis and just get the ball rolling, I guess. It's already rolling at this point. They just want to keep it going, having a good time.
Because they definitely can. No, everyone on the side of Fnatic is just farming. And we haven't really clicked on the PA for quite a long time. And this PA has a Battle Fury, is the highest net worth hero on the side of Fnatic, and with that Aegis picked up by Ramses, you basically have no openings any longer for Fnatic. You just have to be satisfied with farming. You have the Midas, you have the Battle Fury, you don't have the Jabs.
Jabs walks into, well, pretty much everyone.
On the bottom lane as well, Ice used his ult.
They're just not finding, we talk about them being super efficient, right? And making the maximum of moves, but in this case, it just feels like the CK. We're not finding that. And again, it could just be because, he struggled, he was a bit behind. Just gonna try to TP himself out. I don't think the Disruptor saw him with the boost.
He was hiding behind the tree during the night, so there was no vision. They aren't finding those pickoffs or the kills. That's because of the laning stage and how it went. I think 100% it was because of the Lina and the laning stage that she has had. The laning stage and those 2 or 3 pickoffs that they managed to get on her afterwards. She died 3 times, once in the laning stage, 2 times after, and it really did hurt Abed quite a lot. I'm stoked to see what kind of movements is he gonna make to try and come back into this game, because it's looking very rough.
It's looking grim for sure as they make their way to this tier 2. And they've got the Radiance, they've got the Dragon form. There's just so much that Fnatic has to fight into. And it just doesn't feel like they can stand toe-to-toe with VP right now.
I mean, with this Dragon form used, without the Rust of Wards, they can go uphill, they can go high ground, they have the wards.
They do have the wards, yeah. It's a lot of tank. They've got that Aegis on Ramses too, he's not too afraid. We'll clear out the wave. They actually smoke behind a little bit, dropping the Rasta wards. Oh no, this Oracle just gets deleted.
There's the
Jabs is
buyback.
not going to be able to help. All right, he goes, buys back. This is very important that they have him in this fight because they need every person on the side of Fnatic.
You need to kill the healing ward. If you don't kill that, you cannot fight.
They have to use the false promise over on this Dark Willow. That's not the hero you want to be putting that on. You want to save that for your cores. Chaos Bolt gets started. Look how tanky this DK is. He doesn't even care. He says that tickles. Exactly. That was a nice light strike array, but they'll drag him forward. Again, they don't care. They're like, yeah, come at us. Come at us. They'll just take... Oh, they'll try to make some moves over on the junk. Again, he's got Aegis, though.
It is just so hard to execute Fnatic's lineup right now. So hard to execute this draft. While VP, they just run straight at you. That's all they have to do. Pop some spells. That smoke was a precaution from VP. I understood that because they're using the smoke to approach the high ground with these supports without fearing of MP jumping on them with something like a BKB, as they haven't really seen him in a while. So they use the smokes and plant those wards without fearing that they're gonna die to one crit or something similar. However, Fnatic, you saw that fight. That looked disheartening, honestly. That looked very grim for Fnatic.
They're so dominant, and you're, trying to pull in the Dragon Knight because you can't grab the jug, right? You grab the jug, you just pop the Aegis. You use everything on him. But the same thing goes with this Dragon Knight. He's so tanky. How are you going to take him down? You saw the, Reality Rift, Chaos Bolt. He just laughs. He's like, that's cute. That's
First
adorable.
and foremost, I think this Dark Willow needs to be the one that takes down the healing ward. The only hero that can risk approaching them that far in is this DJ's Dark Willow. If you do not kill that healing ward, honestly, you cannot take down the Panda or the Dragon Knight. You can't even think about it. They're just way too tanky, and the percentage-based healing is going to be way too high.
The concern then is, though, you need the damage from the Dark Willow too. How are you going to take down that healing ward if the placement is so well? You're just going to end up dying.
Just kill it, lol.
Yeah, now you just sound like Bulldog.
Pros.
Now you just sound like Bulldog.
They're the pros.
Just kill it. Just get a heart.
Yeah.
Just ban it, Moxie.
Bulldog is the best. Just get a heart and you won't die, obviously.
Tier 2 just gonna melt.
And onwards to the Tier 3. They just use the Dragon form. They have still the full duration. This is good.
This is good.
Smoke behind. Take down the supports first. Solo would be a good target.
He just got picked up now.
Oh, the smoke is broken.
Smoke is broken. Nice, nice, nice. He's got to run away.
Yeah, he's running away from his own base, though.
That's the wrong way, Ice.
Your Raxes, sir, they're falling.
Your buildings. Oh boy, Jabs, they just want to get rid of him as fast as possible. They don't want to have any problems with him with any sort of sustain. He just falls. I don't know what Fnatic does right now, Lizard, Ice, he's trying to do whatever. He's gonna get hexed up. They'll follow up with the shackles. That's a good curse crown. Static Storm gets dropped. Ice, the jump in coming out from MP. He's got the BKB. They'll take down Solo. They'll take down DJ. There's gonna be the jump again. They have that Glimmer Cape. Ice, he's still hexed up. This is not looking good. Ramses takes him down. MP now has to run away.
This looks like a complete beat down. They just cannot kill anyone but this single Disruptor who is a position 5, and he's happy to die if they're gonna take the Raxes and the full team fight.
This is a huge problem because Ice, he's supposed to be that big tanky frontliner, and he doesn't have it. With him down, he's down for 22 seconds. He's coming up very, very soon, right? That's the perk of it being, 24 minutes in. But, all right, Willow, gonna try to make some sort of play here. TP's right forward, Cast Bolt, MP runs right in there. They've got the Lugona Blade. He's just so tanky, but again, they've got the Curse Crown. We'll go and Brock here. Can no one get himself out in time? Looking all right. No one does actually fall, though. Ice. He's trying to run away. He's not going to be able to. MP, they'll turn around. They've got the Hex. Ramses, he's pacing over, looking at the Dark Willow. Dark Willow going to go use the Shadow. Look at the range on this here. We'll hold him down, but MP going to be able to blink up onto the high ground. Looks like they're going to back off now with no one down. Yep. They're going to be patient again.
They do hold, but for how long? That's the question. They do hold, but only because VP, they used all their spells already on that top lane, so they couldn't really even continue fighting. They do have the BKB on PA, but they are 15,000 behind.
Oh, look at the win probability. 100%.
Maybe someone disconnects. What do you mean 100%? That can't be right?
I admire the optimism for sure.
That's my optimism in pubs too. Maybe
they'll disconnect.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe his power will go out.
It happens.
I don't think that's going to be the case today.
Yeah, there's an Aghanims almost completed on
word.
Shadow Shaman. Yeah, he sells some sticks, some windlaces, he gets the
Radiant's
axe.
bottom shrine is under attack.
There's Rune over there. Just gonna take down the shrine.
Never
get
had
some
the
more
chance.
dominance.
Never had a chance.
All right, DJ.
You know, you gotta do whatever you can to lighten the mood, still have fun. DJ's just hiding here. I think it was very telling when you watched Ice run himself away from the rest of the side of VP, trying to cut the wave at least. But all right, there's a jump forward, pulling them back. They've got the Fierce Ball, trying to split up this fight now. There's a decent amount of damage coming over here, but it looks like they're going to be able to take down Ice. Roger trying to run himself back here. Jab's also in for some trouble. They'll take him out. MP, he's still hunting. He's looking solo, trying to duck himself away into the trees. DJ will fall to no one. And MP, oh, he really wants, so he wants anything out of this, but Ramsey's just chasing him down one by one. The clicks, the spin. There's going to be the jump back. Does manage to find the kill, but then gets dropped off into that static storm. Ramsey's is godlike, and their buildings are just going down. The Cursed Crown buys them a little bit more time. They'll use the fort. But look at no one. He's got that Dragon Farm. He's just chewing through these buildings. Ramsey's going to join back in. They bought back on this PA, but I don't know what they're going to hope to do right now. Going down that Bramble Maze. The taunt comes out from Basha. He's having a good time. Yules will get used, though, over here on the Juggernaut. Dodges that Light Strike array. He's turning his attention now over onto MP. He's going to have to go. Gets saved up by the Oracle. Jabs. Again, throws out that Purge, but no one. He finds the kill on DJ. There's the Laguna Blade getting used on Pasha. They'll try to drag him back. Can they get this kill? No one going to find it. Again, Ramsey's taking down MP.
Good game, well played.
And the GG gets called.
Moxie, you can beat again.
The GG gets called.
The GG gets. I don't think they felt like that was a good game, because if I was in their shoes, I would feel so demolished as VP just ran over them with their super hyper aggressive pushing lineup. It's also just.
That's a CIS Dota that I remember. It's just, you know, you start strong, you get that advantage, you've got an early lineup, and you just start running at those buildings. You don't let the enemy get the chance to get online, and that's exactly what happened. Look at this. Look at these fans. They are so happy right now. Fortunately, Fnatic, you know, they worked really, really hard this tournament. They had a nice upper bracket run, and, you know, someone had to get knocked down, but
even in that first game here, they played so well. Overall, this team is amazing. They've been improving over time. I believe they finished 7th, then 4th, now 3rd place on the major. They're just doing very well. I think they're most certainly in the TI as well, mathematically. And
yeah, I believe they have enough points, I think. But at the end of the day, Virtus Pro, again, this aggression, the hyper aggression coming out from them. We saw them earlier on in this tournament, and people were like, oh, I don't know, they look a little shaky. They don't look like they're strong, but that was definitely a display of strength right there.
Yesterday,
Whoa.
What happened there? Is
I
that
heard
the red button?
Was that a button? Not a button? False alarm?
Just a false alarm this time around. All right.
All right. Well, guys, so I know one of our analysts down there said that they definitely had a plan with that draft from Fnatic. Have they figured out what that plan was going to be?
What was the plan? That is the question. And we thought it was going to be early aggression from Fnatic, or at least that's what they've been playing. That's the lineup that they drafted for themselves. Obviously, our two actual analysts did think that Virtus Pro had it in the bag from the draft. Sorry.
Actual analysts?
That's their job.
What the heck?
You're my co-host.
Okay.
I'll take it.
How about that third game, Fog?
I love this last pick, DK. They had no ways of actually dealing with it to kill him. They had to commit absolutely everything to try to take him out, and I think they did. I mean, they did very well in their lanes. They punished the CK super hard. Ice had, what, 3-4 deaths in the first 5-6 minutes or so of the game. Yeah, they put the pressure on, and with their draft, if they start to snowball at all, they're able to just completely control the whole game because they have this DK Jug Brewmaster Tricore.
VP was smart. They didn't let them have anything that they wanted in that draft except for the PA. And as we saw through the entirety of DreamLeague, you can get around that PA. No Pango, no Timbersaw, no wins for those poor guys.
Yeah, we can take a look at the replay as well as one of the last fights in that game. Virtus Pro at this point, though, they've already got this game on lockdown, Bulldog.
Yeah, they're at the 100%ers. They're just throwing everything at the DK, which they're trying to kill. But we see here, that's a CK ult doing literally no damage at all. And he just goes down. And the Dark Willow, he's going to try to kill the supporter, but that's not going to happen at all. And DK with BKB cannot be killed.
It's pretty much just everybody on the side of Fnatic just trying to like run away. You know, even MP with the BKB wasn't able to actually focus fire target. And at this point, it's like when the DK gets BKB, he already was pretty much unkillable. Now he's actually just straight up immortal versus the lineup of Fnatic.
Literally unkillable.
Literally unkillable, yeah.
That's a baby. That's a sad baby.
That's not the baby, but close enough. The Phantom Assassin, though, we saw that now 3 games in a row from MP. And MP has kind of been, I would say, throughout the Stockholm Major for Fnatic, the standout player. He's really grown. We've seen him do better and better. And then he's getting a Phantom Assassin 3 games in a row. Is that a little bit of an unfortunate situation for him? Like, he could have maybe done better on different heroes?
Yeah, I don't think he's too happy about that. Sure, when you have the Magnus, you love playing this hero, but when you get a PA this last game, when they have like super tanky cores, you can't go in there. You're going to die instantly. Without BKB, you're going to drop like a fly, and even with BKB, which you have to go to fight, you're lacking damage, and you just have 2 tanky heroes, so this is not a fun hero. They needed Lina to have a super game here.
Yeah.
And it's hard for her.
Yeah, if they don't get like tons of kills on this mid lane early on, then no one is just able to control everything because he can just soak all the damage for his teammates. And this is an old staple for no one. His DK, this is something he used to play in the past so much. And I think he's actually one of the best ones. He always seems to be super farmed. And this is his build. He goes as Treads, 2 Bracer, Radiance. It's his staple.
Why is it so successful, that build specifically?
He's just super comfortable on the hero. And yeah, it's just you're so tanky that they're focusing everything on you. Your Radiance is doing a lot of damage because they're all surrounding you trying to kill you.
Yeah.
What happened to that CK? Can I just ask that before this game's over? He had 0 impact in that game. He didn't even exist.
Yeah, it's just a laning stage, really. That's what it comes down to. DJ kind of left him top a little bit, and you get glimpsed and spun, you just die, right? So it's just a laning stage here that was too hard for him. If he has a better lane, he will have a game.
Okay.
And on that note, let's find out who the MVP is. Drum roll. Oh!
Oh.
Oh yeah, he deserves an applause. It's Ice. Come on. We've seen him crush, and unfortunately, this 3rd game wasn't his game, but. You know, we've seen him do well. Let's talk a little bit about Fnatic and their road here, because I mean, I said it before, and I'll say it again this time, because they have said it themselves. They're just looking to improve, and over the course of this season so far, every tournament they've attended, they have gone a place up.
That's right. It was the perfect meme.
Yep.
They have achieved 3rd place, I believe. And that means that next time they're going to get 2nd.
Yep.
And then as long as they don't go to any more tournaments, they're going to win TI.
That's the formula.
Hell
yeah. Here first.
That's great. Congratulations, Fnatic. You're TI winners.
Yeah, no, they've just been like definitely on the up and up, though.
Yeah.
Every single one of them have been playing better and better. I mean, DJ and Ice and Abed, you know, these 3 are always those that stand out for this team. But in this tournament, MP and Jabs definitely were the ones that were standing out to me.
Yeah, and then Virtus.pro is, of course, right now preparing for their match in the grand finals versus VG Gaming. And VG Gaming, I think, you know, their story last year, it was all about 2nd places. I think here in this DPC circuit, they have turned a new leaf, and they are ready to, well, that curse is no longer there. It's no longer existent.
Oh.
No, I mean, they won the minor.
They won the minor.
So if they win that, they can win this. And we've seen previously the one who wins the minor got last, and Eom won a minor, and they got like in the middle, and now Itchy Gaming, win a minor, win a major, easy.
Memes are real, Shiver. I'm sorry. Fnatic is now 3rd after going up, and Vici Gaming get a lot of 2nd places. I don't know. VP win majors. That's all I'm going to say.
They come 2nd place sometimes, too. Previous major, they came 2nd. Maybe that's the new meme that's about to begin.
Can't just make memes like that.
Yeah, you can.
They're organic.